Hey, what's good, collective? Welcome in. This is Spiritual Therapy through Divine Consciousness. I am Dee. This message is going to provide for you, pardon me, some sort of clarification, confirmation, and or validation to whatever it is that you're growing through whenever you come across this video. So only taking what resonates with you and leaving the rest. I do support. Of course I support you. That's why I'm here. I do appreciate all your support through your likes, shares, and subscribes, and growing this community, growing this channel. Without you, there is no me. Okay, so let's get straight to it. What do we have for my collective? I'm picking up on monkey business. I'm feeling like monkey business. I don't know why. So that could be the theme. You could feel like you're part of a circus, or I don't know, monkey business. That's strange. Beauty, action. What else? One more. Finding the beauty, having the will, having the courage, facing the fear and doing it anyways, breaking out of like the monkey cycle, the monkey loop, quote unquote, the matrix, the 9 to 5. Beauty. Number 20, this is 2. You could be seeing a lot of 2s. 222, 22, mastering something. Okay, the 22 is a mastering number. This is seeing beauty where most people see the ordinary, the mundane, the average. That's what makes you unique, right? Because beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So someone could go to the same lake and see and experience two different things because based on what they see. So I really feel, collective, whoever I'm talking to here, you see the beauty in life. The way you see things needs to be shared. I'm also getting some sort of artist. Like your beauty needs to be shared. Maybe that's where I was picking up on monkey business. Like you could feel like it's whatever your field is or is in. You could feel like there's a lot of, it's saturated, right? It's a saturated market. That's what I'm trying to say. So you could feel like there's a lot of competition, but the way you see things, the way you express yourself is different. And that's what makes you stand out. So that's why you're being called to take action. Number 15, this is 6. This is harmonizing, bringing something into balance through your actions. And then we have the will. Number 13, this is breaks down into a 4. This is building your foundation, taking action and building your foundation. We have 2, 4, 6. And then underneath the deck, we have fear, 11. And then underneath that, we have 22, wisdom. And then underneath that, we have 24, which is another 6, protection. Maybe you're fearing how far you can go in your evolution, but you have to have the will, right? Like maybe you're fearing your own power, collective. Maybe you're fearing that if you take action on something, you're actually going to succeed. And because you've been in survival mode for so long, you're uneasy about it, right? So that's also an issue. That's also something that we all have to kind of work through, like imposter syndrome, the fear of success. It's because it's not only about getting to a goal point or a desired point in life. It's a matter of maintaining it and evolutionizing that to become better, to evolve. And how do we get, okay, we got to great. How do we get to even better? So it's a progress, but we have to make that first initial step of believing in ourselves, of taking the action that our expression in life is meant to be heard. Do you have the will to show up every day and do the sacrifices every day so your beauty can be shared with the world? And it's always, a deep-rooted belief system based on fear. from how we were raised. Like I always got, oh my God, there's always people watching, so be careful. So I always feel like people are watching me. Someone's always watching. Who's watching? Why are they watching? That's a whole other story for a whole other platform. But you get the drift, right? I just saw the High Priestess. Maybe you have a real unique way on tapping into your intuition, because intuition is God's presence, right? Underneath the deck we have Gemini, choice, the Lovers, the choice on moving forward with your work, on moving forward on what brings you wish fulfillment. Cancer, Gemini, wish fulfillment. Okay, this is about emotional intelligence, the way you express yourself in the world, the way you hold yourself. There's something about you that makes you unique, that you're manifesting something. You're manifesting a choice regarding your work, regarding work ethics. I knew I was picking up on work with the Eight of Pentacles here. So we have the Eight of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Ten of Cups, the King of Wands, and the Three of Wands. What else do we have for the collective? Making a choice, moving forward with your efforts. This is literally making money, moving forward in avenues that's the truth. Okay. The Eight of Swords, the Eight of Wands. Trust the messages that you're receiving. The Ace of Swords. So usually as a reader, when I get the Ace of Swords, it's that's it. The message is completed. There's no further messages to be spoken that the collective needs to hear. That was the message. Okay, so even like, for instance, if this was the first card, that's it, because I was supposed to get what the messages that I was supposed to get from here, and the message is done. It's completed. It's an end. The deck doesn't want to speak anymore. Okay, the messages, that's the truth. That's how I read. Okay, so the messages that you're receiving are the truth. So, and that's what I said. I was picking up on underneath we have the Queen of Cups with the World card. So an ending of perhaps what was self-doubt, fear on your wisdom, fear on your belief, okay, on what you were receiving. That's why I saw the High Priestess, something about your intuition. Your intuition is spot on, collective, but you keep doubting yourself, imposter syndrome with that fear. But the way you show up, the way you see things, the wisdom that you're attaining, the truth that you're acquiring within this life and other lifetimes is the action that you must take to share onto the world. But do you have the will, the courage to show up, to make that choice? Because we have it right here, collective, underneath the deck. Right? I'm trying to get it. A choice to move forward in your work, in your effort. This could even be like discovering new projects, making a choice and putting your efforts elsewhere, something that is more fulfilling, something that validates you, that validates your work, that sees you, right? Like people that see you, that appreciate you. Maybe it's a matter of bringing your choice, your work, your efforts into a place where you're appreciated, you're valued, and you have some sort of emotional contentment. Because this is information, guidance, divine clarity. 9/11 on the clock. You could be seeing that. Excuse me. It's like the truth doesn't want to be spoken. I keep clearing my throat. So there's direct communication that you're receiving. And I feel like you're a heavy hitter. You see how this hand is glowing, but it kind of looks like brass knuckles. Okay, if you know, you know what brass knuckles are. But back in the day when, right? So it feels like you're a heavy hitter. You're a heavy hitter for the truth. You're a heavy hitter for the Most High. But the way you're communicating, or something about your communication, isn't being validated or seen. here with the Three of Wands is not bringing what you want, but you're standing in your power. But people aren't, sometimes, you know, you take that leap before people are ready to receive. Maybe you're ahead of your time, collective. Maybe you're ahead of your time. Let me get these ones. Let's get a couple more. Daydream. Allow your mind to wander. When you sit in a quiet space, you're able to receive communication, right? When you're able to just sit and be present, you're able to receive the presence of all that is around you. That's your connection to source energy, to receive new opportunities. You could be lucid dreaming right now, lucid dreaming of metamorphosizing, of a lot of change coming, like I'm getting like tower moments of buildings crumbling. Something about red hair is significant. The mirror, the truth. Again, this is my truth card. The deck is done. That's it. That was the message. Because you're manifesting and you got to learn to trust yourself. Take action. Take action, collective, because the answer is yes. This is for your growth. This is for whatever you went through, was to learn, to teach you how to trust, who to trust. You're manifesting something that's going to allow you to be seen and recognized as this King of Wands that you are, very charismatic, very charming, someone who is very bold, okay? They have presence, okay? Like you could tell when like someone walks into a room and the whole room shifts. That's you, collective. But you're manifesting something that is more in alignment with your emotional fulfillment, because there are opportunities here. 12:12 on the clock. Because the mirror, something is reflecting back to you. Trust how you're feeling. Trust the messages that you're receiving. Trust yourself. Like I said, you're this heavy hitter. You could be this plain Jane in everyday life, a wallflower, so to speak. But your soul is on a different plane of existence. You're a heavy hitter. Because the truth is only given to those who are able to see and carry the vision, to carry the weight of the crown of the truth. And it's not easy living in a world where many people conform to day-to-day illusions being sold to them, when one is able to stand in their truth of realities, okay, because there are many. And how does one embark and take action? You have to fight through the fear, but your manifestations are coming to fruition. It's a matter of where you want to stay and what you want to do. Trust your intuitive nudges that you've been receiving, because they're right on point, collective. Whoever I'm speaking with, you're a high priestess. You could be a tarot reader as well. But you're in mysticism, right? You're a mystic. You have divine connection with wisdom, communication. I'm getting birds, right? Like birds, ravens here. You could connect with birds. Cherubs could be significant, okay? You could collect those little cherub figurines. Much love, collective.